Yeah, on this episode of Widescreen Perspectives, got a Fatphobic Sign in South Korea. This 79-year-old Filipino woman travels the world. Shang-Chi 2, starting production, hopefully soon. Teenager in Cali passes the bar exam, becoming the youngest to ever do so. Some random history fact about some Korean king that fell off his horse. And Shohei Ohtani getting $700 million. So, hope you enjoy. Man, so there's this video going around, I think it's in South Korea or something, and bring this weird discussion about fat phobia, or not weird, but it's just got these pictures on the ground. It got like little directional pictures, like, go this way, bathrooms over here, check-ins over there, right? I think it's like in a train and a subway station, something like that. And got one, escalator, got one elevator, right? Two different things, obviously. You got a bunch of stuff, or you got someone in a wheelchair. Obviously you take the elevator, everyone else take the escalator. Some people don't like to wait, right? And I don't know if this legit or not, but they got two like dividers, right? Or they got two little stickers. For the elevator, they got like a picture of the normal kind of black outline person thing. Not a literal black person, but like the outline like you see on like signs at like crosswalks and stuff. But on the other side, go up the escalator, they got like an extra plump, extra healthy, I don't know what the politically correct term is, the body positive version of that. And for those of you guys that may not know, Asian people, Asian culture just in general, we're very blunt, right? Like, I've had stories, and this hasn't happened to me yet, but I've heard stories from some of my other Asian friends. Well, they'll be FaceTiming their relatives or family in Asia or something. And the first thing they'll say is, excuse me, they'll be saying, they won't say hi or hello, how you been? First thing they'll say is, man, you're getting fat. Like, just straight up to your face. And I know that, especially here in America, we're getting more, I guess, gentler with our approach, more empathetic. I hope we're getting that way. It doesn't seem like it a lot of times, but sensitive, I guess. Snowflakes by people on one side of the aisle or the other, something. I don't know. But basically, Asian folk, we will just be straight rude and sometimes disrespectful. Like, I think there was I forget where. I'm not sure it was Korea or Thailand or something, where they had like shops for like people that are a little bit bigger, right? And it wasn't even subtle. I forget what the store names are called. It's just like every version of the word fat or large, right? And mind you, Asian fat isn't like American fat. Like, Asian fat is like American normal, healthy nowadays, right? So I don't know, I just thought it was a crazy thing that this is going around. And honestly, is it fat phobic? I don't know. I mean, are fat people really like weighing down elevators that much, where the cost of maintenance for that elevator is so high they have to say, hey, take the escalator because you're fat? I don't know. I really don't. Maybe South Korea has an influx of like obese people or something. I genuinely don't know. But man, I don't know if it's fatphobic. It's rude. Maybe it's a wake-up call. It's crazy because Like, as an Asian person, I tried to get fat. Like, I legit, can I ask anybody that has gone to school with me, has been around me, I eat the hell through food. Like, the hell out of food. Like, buffets, like, get scared. They try to lock their doors when they see me walking up. Like, I am a terror. And yet, I really don't put on weight like that. Like, I'm just starting to slowly lose my metabolism. Like, but yeah, if you saw a sign that said on the ground, a directional thing where I don't know what the hell you call it, that pointed one skinny, one fat, like, would you be offended for yourself or for someone you know that's a little bit more extra healthy, I guess, whatever the PC term is? Yeah, I don't know. What y'all think? So, in positive Asian news, this lady, Louisa Yu, 79-year-old woman, Filipino woman, has fulfilled her dream of traveling to all 193 countries recognized by the UN. Man, that is insane, and props to her, because that sounds expensive first off, but that just also sounds like a lot of time. That's really interesting, because I know there's only been maybe a few people just ever that's done that, so props to her. She must have a lot of memories, and especially, with smartphones nowadays and cameras and whatnot, she probably has a lot of pictures, videos, and honestly, she probably has just a lot of interesting friends and memories that she's made, so props to her. If you can afford to travel, like, definitely do so. Definitely got to meet folks outside of who you normally wouldn't meet otherwise. And I remember I got flown out to help teach and speak at events in Malaysia with folks from Malaysia and Singapore and whatnot. And it was really interesting. It was really cool meeting folks I normally wouldn't meet, and it was a great experience. It was good for my spirit. It was good for my soul. And, left some friends, some dope memories and stuff. So she said that, her favorite countries, she says it's difficult to name, which 193 countries true, so I don't blame her. Said, obviously Philippines, where she's from, also Italy and Thailand, which, pretty good countries too. I can't go wrong there. Her advice to people says is, don't be afraid, just go. Don't wait for anybody, because if you wait, it will never happen. And that's her advice to people who want to travel but may be scared too. Did say, I did fulfill my dream. I was able to buy a house on my own, and I was able to travel on my own. He says, I'm just happy. I want to thank all the people that have been so nice and kind to me. And I think it's easy to look at people we may not be familiar with, people that are different, and think they're scary or the worst version of what we see in the news. And I think, there's more that unites us than divides us. So if you get a chance, meet people, talk to folks that, you may not have a lot in common with. And I think you'll find that, we have a lot of shared human experiences and whatnot. So you can meet folks, go to places. Don't get caught up in your own little world so much that you forget to see that there's beauty outside your world too. Yeah, so finally getting a Shang-Chi sequel. Looking to start production somewhere between 2024 and 2025, so next year or the year after, to start production, right? It's not including, they gotta do special effects, CGI, and all the editing, post-production, all that stuff, right? Which could easily be another year, if not more. And it hasn't even been officially announced yet, so this could easily get pushed back. And, probably y'all wondering why I'm mentioning this, not necessarily a superhero podcast or comic book based podcast. But Shang-Chi was, for Asian folks, was Black Panther was for black folks. It's just, man, it was dope. And it sucks that it came on the tail end of the pandemic, which really hurt its numbers, because this could easily, well, maybe not easily, but it had a good chance of hitting the $1 billion mark had it not, been hampered. But to be fair, the pandemic kind of disrupted Marvel's plans, so I'm not mistaken. So it was things got shuffled around. I think it was Guardians 3 was supposed to be the first movie of Phase 4. But all that aside, it sucks that we have to wait almost half a decade at minimum for Shang-Chi 2, for a sequel to the only Asian superhero not named Miss Marvel, which was a TV show. Props to her, because she was dope. Her character and actress was dope in The Marvels, which is the Captain Marvel sequel that came out. But it's rough because Shang-Chi and the Eternals were the only two new little sub-franchises, right? Eternals had its own little cast. It was a mini Avengers, but it was made up of people that we weren't familiar with and got introduced to. Every other Marvel movie in this phase, got the Spider-Man movie that had, Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, had, what's it called? Had, why am I drawing? Guardians of the Galaxy 3, obviously. It had Black Widow, the movie that took forever and shit. Honestly came out a long time ago. Doctor Strange 2, the Thor movie, which, and Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever, right? And man, that was tough. That was hard to watch after we lost Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. So hopefully Marvel gets its act together, because you gotta introduce new folks, and you can't make people wait so long for a sequel, especially because we're not getting an Avengers movie for another couple years. So not only we're not gonna get a sequel, but I don't know where he's gonna even show up in some of these other movies or shows, which I hope they do. Man. Love dope Asian representation that can flip stereotypes and tropes. But man, they are really dragging their feet. Hopefully this next phase, way better than this phase. At least more consistent, because there's been some dope movies and TV shows and whatnot. So, I don't know. What you guys like? Superhero, Marvel type stuff? If you do, let me know. If you don't, let me know. Alright, so a teen from Tulare County recently became the youngest to pass the California bar exam. At 17 years old, this guy, Peter Park, this kid, at age 13 began high school and simultaneously enrolled in a 4-year Juris Doctor program at Northwestern California University School of Law. Jeez, that's a mouthful. And the quote was from him: "I aspire to become a prosecutor because I'm driven by a moral obligation To uphold liberty, equality, and justice in society. Or Jesus, a longer quote than I thought it would be. I admire how prosecutors keep our communities safe and bring closure to victims, Park said. The now 18-year-old graduated this year and is now a law clerk with the Tulare County District Attorney. That's cool. That's awesome. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, Peter Park, to not just represent, but to be doing so well at a young age, man. Asian excellence on display fully. And it's not even just like, the stereotype of like, oh man, Asian people are hella smart. Like, dude legit wants to, like, do right by people, by his community, by society. Like, that's dope as hell. That's like, if there was ever a way to, like, be that hybrid of like Asian and American, like, and just put together as far as just ideals and just like putting on, not just for yourself but for your community. This guy really represents it, So shout out to him, because I think it came out once like I think I saw one of my old posts on Instagram and whatnot. And it was like, not my post, maybe it was a comment or something. It was this Asian kid, right? And he's like in the Guinness Book of World Records or something like that. I think it's like a reel or something on the page. And dude did like 7 like flip thing, jump check. I don't know, the thing with the rope, whatever it's called. But it did like 7 in one jump. And it was crazy because they had to like slow it down just to see, because it's like crazy fast. I remember thinking like, that was really dope, but man, we be like dope at the most random things that make no sense. But with this, it's like, like, gotta get this dude props. Like you represent in the law, and especially in Cali, where like, Asian folks really don't exactly be getting justice like in California like that, you know what I mean? Like, look at, like Jasper Wu, the kid that got the toddler that got killed, and the Oakland DA, Alameda County DA, Pam Price, tried to gaslight his family, trying to like lower, give the killers like a plea deal, or all the like anti-Asian attacks and like San Fran and like just in Cali in general, and just not giving them justice by holding these attackers, killers accountable. So hope this dude's able to make a difference. Hope he's able to represent, and I hope that he's not like, I gotta word this carefully. I hope that he doesn't get caught up in trying to be so idealistic that it comes at the expense of justice. So I really hope this dude is able to do well and make a significant difference. I hope his story blows up, because not just Asian kids, but just kids in general, and just people in general, like, folks gotta step up, man. Like, just in society in general, I think so often we're just like complaining and letting stuff happen, and it's like, this dude really took it upon himself to really try to make a difference. So shout out to you, Peter Park, out of Tulare County. Much love, much respect, man. Alright, so this might be a new segment called Random Asian History Facts. And this is all because of this crazy story I just read. So in 1404, a Korean king named Taejong accidentally fell off his horse while hunting. And I guess he had advisors with him to kind of record, what he was doing and whatnot. And so he fell off his horse while he was hunting. And they were writing down what happened. And he literally told them, like, hey, don't write this down. And then later on, what they ended up putting, like, in the history books, like, not only did this dude fell off his horse while hunting, but they also wrote down, like, the king specifically asked us not to write this down while they wrote this down. Yo. Yeah, that's funny. Shout out to my Korean folks. So, in awesome Asian excellence news, Shohei Ohtani, the famous Japanese baseball player that was with the Angels, literally the face of the MLB, making that mug exciting, which, you know, if you're a fan of sports, you know, baseball's kind of been on the decline. You know, they've been trying to add some rules to speed it up because it is a long game. But like, yo, Shohei, who is legit been being compared to Babe Ruth because of how good he is on both sides of the ball, is getting a $700 million contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers over the next decade. Yo, that is a crazy amount. Props to him getting what he's worth. I would love to see him go with like, you know, with like New York or something, just because, you know, I just want to see him get a shine like a big market, you know? Kind of like somewhere how, you know, Jeremy Lin, when the whole Insanity thing blew up, like New York just being a huge media market, just amplified that even further. But, you know, props to him on getting, you know, what he's worth and then some. I know there's some comments that were complaining, you know, saying like, oh, why does he get it? And clearly they don't understand how valuable this guy is to baseball. I don't even watch baseball, to be honest, and I know that this dude, legit game changer, right? So props to him on that. And, you know, I feel like Stephen A. Smith spoke up a few years back about how he could never be the face of the MLB because he didn't speak English well. Man, I'm sure he regrets that. So Shohei, shout out to you, bro. Thanks for listening. Love you guys. Hope you guys have Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. And be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, X, at Wsperspectives. All right? Love you guys.